Awesome. What's up guys? Rain Result here, back on YouTube with another video. And a couple weeks ago, I actually made a video where I titled it The Raw Reality of Making 25k USD a month online from Cape Town. And that video was actually my best performing video on YouTube so far. I've been posting content for around 2 years now, and that video actually did unexpectedly the best out of all the videos that I've posted. So I thought, you know what, if that's what you guys like to see, resonated with, then you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just make some more content like that and give you guys similar style content and value on at least for the foreseeable future on my YouTube channel. So when I made that YouTube video, it was around 3 weeks ago. It's now got around 10,000 views, and yeah, it's been pretty cool. I've had tons of people reaching out to me, basically, you know, located in SA, and a few people overseas, kind of saying, Rain, you know, you explained what the reality of it looks like. Can you kind of give us an insight into the business model, the ins and outs of it, and just a bird's eye view and an honest view of dropshipping in general? So I'm kind of going to explain to you the exact business model and vehicle that's getting me to that point. And yeah, just give you guys the pros and cons of it, kind of explain to you a bit more of the practical side of it, and then also just give you advice if you are wanting to get into it or if you're currently dropshipping, just on things to focus on, right? So I have my laptop pulled up here. I'm actually in an Airbnb at the moment. It's not in my normal office that you guys are familiar with seeing me in. But yeah, let's jump into it. So just to give you guys background, I don't necessarily come from, I guess, a business background. I was into professional sports before COVID. And then when COVID hit, that's kind of how I diverted my whole career, which was being a professional athlete, a professional tennis player. And then I switched up and just went in a completely different direction online, and pretty much just, you know, researched various different business methods that you can make money with online, and heard about all of them: forex, crypto, affiliate marketing, content, all of them that you can think of. And the one that kept, you know, standing out to me was dropshipping, just because I liked the fact that you were selling physical products, and you know, it wasn't like some airy fairy thing. It was something that, you know, you can physically actually hold and see the products that are being sent off. So yeah, as I stated in this video, I'm in Cape Town. The reason how the way I'm getting to those numbers each month is through dropshipping and selling products online. It's pretty much e-com. So in terms of the dropshipping business model, this is very basic, but I'm sure a lot of people know this. I still just want to clarify kind of how it works and the ins and outs of it. So essentially, dropshipping is where you're selling products online through, you know, an online store. So you have your online store set up, you have your products listed up on that online store. But with dropshipping, you don't take care of any of the fulfillment or the distribution or the shipping or the sending of those products at all, right? So you're just pretty much listing products on your site, and you have suppliers that you work with that then take care of the fulfillment and the delivery for you. So essentially, most big brands nowadays actually dropship. Maybe they don't physically take care of their, you know, deliveries. They have multiple warehouses around the world, obviously different markets they sell into, and from those points they then have, you know, logistical companies taking care of the deliveries. So it's very, very common nowadays. Obviously, dropshipping's been around for a very long time. It's evolved. Obviously, it's become very popular also as times come on, and also become more competitive. But essentially, that's all it is. It's simply selling products online, but you don't actually hold any stock or inventory of the products that you sell, right? So when it comes to why I chose that and the benefits of it, when I started, I didn't have much capital and I was really low on cash. So it's not like I could really go and invest into buying, you know, thousands of units of products or investing into a big business. I kind of needed to get into something where the barrier of entry was very low and I could step in and start earning money, right? So you can start with, you know, as little as a few $1,000 or, you know, $1,000 or whatever it is to at least start testing products. So the biggest benefit of it is the low upfront costs. But that being said, you know, you do still want capital for marketing, and that can add up over time. But generally speaking, you know, if you wanted to start a business multiple years ago, you needed, you know, a lot of capital, potentially even a loan to start a company. Whereas nowadays, like I said, you know, it does not take a lot of money. So definitely the low overhead costs and no need for inventory, and the fact that I could run this business from wherever I am, where I'm at an Airbnb, whether I'm at home, whether I'm traveling, wherever I am, I can run my online business. So that was kind of the biggest, you know, thing that stood out to me. In terms of my journey to getting to that $25,000 a month mark, and when I say that, I don't say it lightly, and I say $25,000 a month. Obviously, that's not all profits. I did hit a $20,000 profit month in December. And even this year of 2024, there's been some very, very positive months. We've continued to grow. But, with dropshipping and ecom, obviously it's not volatile. It's not like crypto trading, but there will be some months that are better than others. And that's completely normal, depending on the time of the year, depending on where your products are, where your store is. It's not like every month just continues to rocket up. There will be certain months that do better and others that might be a little slower. That's completely normal. But in terms of getting to that point, I started around 2020, and then at some point I'll definitely, I guess, explain my whole story on YouTube. But for this, I specifically wanted to give you guys advice on the business model and vehicle that's got me to that point, right? So what really helped me was when I kind of started branding, going from just traditional dropshipping to seeing the product work and then taking the initial steps to start branding it and making it an official brand, right? So it doesn't mean you have to make crazy changes. It's just, for me, getting to the point where I saw consistent revenue with dropshipping is when I started taking the branding side of things a bit more seriously, and not saying, hey, this is just some little dropshipping store. This is actually a brand that I want to build up and potentially exit, at some point down the line. Now, obviously I'm still far from that place, but at least when I started thinking that way and thinking about the way I present my products online, the way I market them, the way, I'm sourcing them, what types of products I'm looking at selling, all of that started to have an impact when I started thinking long term and saying, you know what, this is actually the direction that I want to go in. So that's kind of been a bit of the journey of getting there. A lot of it's been trial and error. When I did start dropshipping, especially in the hometown where I am, or home country where I am, South Africa, it's not like there were lots of people, dropshipping. So I was pretty alone for a long time. Obviously now there are some people that I know doing very well, but yeah, early 2020, 2021, it was very, there was like, a handful of people that maybe did it online that I even knew of. And even then, you're not sure if they, even then I didn't even really connect with many people. So it's kind of been a lonely road to get to that point. But yeah, just to give you guys a practical view of kind of what it looks like getting a store to that point. So like I said, you have your online store, you have the suppliers, and you now have your store up and running. You can fulfill products and you can accept payments. But the biggest thing that actually drives the revenue is the marketing side of it. So what I realized over time is I just needed to become a much better marketer if I wanted my dropshipping stores to succeed, right? Because those two things go hand in hand, the way the product's marketed and then obviously the product that you actually selling. So it's 50-50 at the end of the day. It's product and then it's marketing, and both those things need to be done exceptionally well. So for me, the strategy is I obviously look for products that are trending online, whether that be through social media, through product research tools, various different platforms. And I look at products that have emerged over the past couple of weeks. And if I see something trending online over the past maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and it's consistently been run, maybe a few other dropshippers have jumped onto this product and their stores are still active, all of a sudden my antennas go up. I look at the product, look at what it does. I maybe read some reviews on Amazon, kind of suss out the product and see, hey, does this fit into my criteria of what I'm personally looking for, when I'm looking for products? And if that all looks good, I will launch the store on Shopify. I build out my product pages, have everything ready, and then I start running Facebook ads. Now, I've always just gone with Facebook ads. I think because it was the most popular thing to do around COVID and 2021. Nowadays, TikTok has, obviously emerged and people have migrated to that platform. I have dabbled a bit in TikTok, but always just seen so much more consistency on Facebook. So I would launch the Facebook ads, and essentially if a product's profitable in the first few days, that's kind of when I would try aggressively start scaling that product up a bit. So I would test it on low budgets over the course of like a week or so, see the initial data I get back, see if there's things I can improve upon, tighten all the screws of the machine around to make sure that it's running smoothly, oil that machine to make sure that when this machine starts moving quickly, there's no gaps, there's no issues. And obviously there will always be something that can come up, but you want to kind of mitigate those issues right from the start. So if a product does well for those first few weeks, I'll then continue to drop ship it, ramp it up. And if it continues to sell well, I would introduce it to different markets and also potentially import those products to SA and start local brands here, which have done very well. So yeah, that's kind of the strategy behind it. Obviously, starting off very slow, putting your feelers out there, getting your feet wet with that product, seeing how that product performs, introduce it to new markets, slowly start scaling it up, and then brand those products, bring them to South Africa, and continue selling them overseas as much as I possibly can. So that's kind of where I've been with my dropshipping journey at this point. In terms of ending off this video, last maybe a minute or two, if you are looking at dropshipping, what I would say is just think about it in this sort of, I guess, what's the word? In this sort of sequence. So think about product first, and then what offer you can present with that product, and then how you will market that product before you even do anything. So first, just get products in front of you, just kind of gauge them out, see like, okay, what does this product do some research on it, see how it's performing, when it was, kind of officially launched onto the market, and kind of just think about the product first before you do anything on your Shopify stores or your online stores. Then think about the offer that you can present. Will this be profitable for me? Will this be attractive to online buyers? Will this actually be something that I can put out there and see people saying, okay, I can justify spending this amount on that product? So product first, and then offer, and then, okay, if I have to market this product, how am I going to market that? Can I find these buyers online? Who is my potential buyer? And how can I speak their language and make sure that, listen, okay, this product is perfect for you. It solves your problem. It's exactly what you like. And if you buy it, it will solve this problem for you, or it will help you in this way. So that's kind of like my advice. I know it's very broad, but people ask me for tips all the time. And I would say, literally, don't feel like you have to ask someone else for help always. Sit down with a piece of paper, write some notes down, look for some products on TikTok, look for some products on Facebook, kind of suss out what you can find. And then from there, just take like actual estimated, not guesses, but actual analytical, put like an analytical thought process to that and say, okay, listen, this is how I can present this to the market. This is the offer that I can give them. Do I think this can convert? And if you honestly have conviction about it, then go for it. If you're having doubts in your mind that this may or may not work, or obviously doubts are normal, but I think if you're really just looking at something and you're like, listen, this just will not sell, I probably would listen to your intuition. I think that is always a good place to be. But at the same time, trust the numbers, right? If the numbers are there, you have to go for it. So yeah, guys, hope this was a bit better, a bit more insight into kind of what I'm doing, how the business model works, how I'm launching products, where I'm at with my dropshipping. And yeah, again, like always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I will be sure to get back to all of them over the next, however long this video keeps on getting views. So yeah, hope that helps, and I will definitely see you in the next video.